right, good morning and welcome back. Yes, as Anne said, we continue this conversation on AI. Artificial intelligence is not just a dream, it is a reality in the workplace and elsewhere, from crafting emails to coding and design. And now the question is, because many people approach it from a point of fear, most people who are employed in various sectors are in a panic because they've been told or they believe that AI will take their jobs. But is it a reality? Will AI take your job by 2030? That's the question we are asking this morning. We're privileged to have for this conversation Philip Mulala Mukiti, who's a tech expert, and he's a CEO and solutions architect at i3 Technologies. Karibu sana, Bwana Mukiti. We were here last week talking about AI and the ethical nature of how probably many people still don't understand how to use AI and probably use it for negative things. Now, but when it comes to the employment circles, is this panic justified that AI will take our jobs, and specifically by 2030?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Thank you for having me. The panic is justified but not necessary. Mm-hmm. Actually, every time we have a major technological change that happens, like we had the Industrial Revolution, people ask the same question: what happens to our jobs? Mm-hmm. It's a question of anticipating the future you don't know. And the first thing you look at is, will I survive? Mm. And survival is jobs. And every time, the answer has been the same. The jobs change, but they do not disappear. So the same thing applies.
Would you clarify that? The jobs change, but they do not disappear.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
The jobs that AI is going to take will be reformed in a different way. That means for us, we need to understand, learn, and integrate AI, because AI is not taking our jobs, but someone who has AI skills will take your job.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the difference is the AI skilled worker vis-a-vis the one who does not have AI skills.
Correct.
But I can see if some current statistics, Goldman Sachs is an international company, saying that AI could affect the equivalent of 300 million full-time jobs globally, with about 25% of work tasks in the US and Europe automatable, meaning that there are instances where AI will take over jobs that could be automated. Could be clerical jobs, probably. People who enter data, people who just look into data. If someone has knowledge only on management of data, doesn't it mean that therefore, in as far as their knowledge is concerned, whether they have AI knowledge or not, that piece of employment will leave?
Yes. Mm-hmm. There are so many jobs that for true will disappear because of automation. Mm-hmm. We put it this way: all knowledge-based worker jobs will disappear because they will be automated.
When you say knowledge-based, what exactly do you mean?
When I say knowledge-based, they are repetitive jobs, jobs that use computer, internet, software, jobs that can be automated very fast. And there are so many. Customer service, data entry, entry-level junior ICT staff, copywriters, some part of creativity, creative work, part of journalism work. That will be completely disappear. Other jobs will be reformed. The teacher of today will not be the teacher of tomorrow. The doctor of today will be different tomorrow. The accountant, the lawyer.
Even lawyers?
Yes. there are very many jobs. Many legal jobs will be transformed. Like the paralegal person, most of that work through AI can be done very fast. Legal research work, you will not need those people anymore.
Right, and let me be selfish a bit here, because I'm a journalist and you've just mentioned my craft, that parts of journalism will definitely disappear. How much at risk am I as a journalist that by 2030, me and my colleagues will not have anything to do?
You are at risk as with every other person in banking, finance, legal, medical, and even much more, because most of the work that as a journalist you do is to gather information and disseminate it. Over 80, 90%, all that will go to AI. But now you need to understand AI so that you can accelerate that work and put the human input, make the decisions that AI cannot make. But all repetitive jobs within journalism, research work, little bit of creative work that you do will all be taken away by AI.
How do I survive? And as I said, I'm being selfish here. The threat of losing your job is real. And as a journalist, if at all 80 to 90% of what I do is taken up by AI. So, and you said the differences between those who are educated in AI and those who do not have any knowledge on AI. What do I need to do to survive?
To survive, you need to relearn, reskill, and adopt the new AI skilling that is required for your industry. Once you are able to do that and you use AI to assist you and you make the human judgment or the decision that AI cannot make, then you will be able to survive. So you don't have to worry much if you are ready to relearn and retrain, and to some extent, in some areas, restart afresh.
So it says that AI excels at routine, predictable, or data-heavy tasks. Data entry, and you mentioned this. Are there jobs that we are certain AI will not take over?
Yes, there are certain jobs, but now we are putting them at this particular moment in time because technology is moving very fast and changing.
They too could be affected.
AI is not going to do a welding job under sea like it is happening in China. Now they are building data centers at the bottom of the sea because of using the water for cooling. We will not have the guy to do that welding under the sea done by AI. That is an individual person. So there are jobs, quite a number of jobs, construction jobs, jobs that require human judgment, that require activity, decision making will be required, and there are quite a number of them. I've just mentioned welding as a particular one. In education, early childhood education will not be affected. But right after that, that section of education and teaching will be affected. In medical, you will have the caregiving where the human factor is needed. That will not be affected. But when you come to diagnostics, logistics of healthcare that used to happen, a lot of that AI will take, but they will not take the human input on the same. So there are quite a number of jobs that AI will not be able to take because of their complexity.
But then again, you say it's only a matter of time.
It's a matter of time.
Technology grows, then something could change also for that.
Because we are having robotics come in, which are also moving very fast. In fact, in today's world, we are having a lot of robots in use. They will be doing our laundry, they will be doing our dishes, they will be doing our carpeting, and
Do you foresee that happening by 2030? Because AI by itself, we've seen how fast things are moving, that every 2 months you say technology has developed, that sometimes you cannot keep up. We may say that things like even intensive surgery in medical circles could still need the human intervention at this point. But would you say that 4 years from now, which is 2030, the timeline we're trying to examine here, that could not be taken over by robotics?
These timelines are collapsing very fast because of the drastic changes in technology. What AI has done, it has given a lot of powerful capabilities. We are time-faced to implement them because it is the human society, the way it is arranged, that is making AI not be implemented. So much of the talk that is happening is talking about the capability that is available. But the human society is time shift because there are things that cannot be implemented. Now, to get to that particular time is a question of how the society reorganizes itself, and that you can't give a timeline. Yeah. We are talking of in under 3 years, very drastic changes will happen.
Yes. But now, looking at society, a lot of people have already gone through school, and that's a generation, probably Gen X. Many millennials have gone through school, they are not going back. Are we saying that these generations, the older folk, are at a direct disadvantage in comparison to the Gen Zs, Gen Alphas, who are still in school, trying probably to learn and actively using AI as they continue?
I see the disadvantage in this. It's more of societal. We, especially in this part of the world, we don't have a culture to relearn and learn or even reading. But when you compare the two, our generation is at a better position. We have the domain knowledge.
Which generation is that?
I'm talking of the people over 40, 50 and above. They already have been doing these things before. They have the domain knowledge. What they need is to add AI, and they will be better than the young man who has been just know the AI itself, know the tools, but don't have the domain knowledge of the work.
Okay.
Now, our disadvantage is that we are very slow to learn. So if we can relearn and retrain ourselves, we are at a better advantage than the young people.
Yes, and by domain knowledge, for the sake of our audience, you mean the original way of doing things before AI? You already know that?
Yes.
So with AI, you become better at it?
Correct.
All right. And they're saying that the Gen Z and the Gen Alphas, who are born when AI was already present, or in the era of AI, may be at a slight disadvantage. Is that what you're saying?
Not disadvantage. They will be better at the tools, but don't have the domain knowledge. If you have been an accountant, there are certain accounting principles, perception, and knowledge that AI will not completely take, and that will be innately with you. What you don't have is the AI tooling. Once you get the AI tooling, even at a half or a quarter than the Gen Z, you will beat the Gen Z in the game.
Wow. So millennials hamjapotea, bado muko hapo, because everyone thinks that the younger you are, the better you may be at technology. And you're saying that's not true.
It is not exactly true. It's only the older you are, the harder it is for you to reskill. If you can change that mind perception of reskilling, that domain knowledge is very important.
All right.
The younger you are, the skills, the tools, you can use them faster, better, but you don't have the domain knowledge.
Okay.
That will slow you completely.
All right. The other question would be about the different sectors or the different facets of society, because some sectors, probably medical or banking, in as far as AI is concerned, are way ahead. Yeah, especially in the financial circles, banking, they've been using a lot of this automated and probably robotics for quite a while. Are you saying that also this will be industry oriented, that some industry may be slower, some employees in certain industry may have a longer period to adapt than others where technology is really growing fast?
Yes, it is gonna, AI is affecting all industries, but not equally.
Yes.
And why it is not equal, and as I said, it is affecting the knowledge workers. People deal a lot with data and IT systems, which are being automated at a pretty faster speed than when you are dealing with the physical objects, which we have to wait for robotics to develop. So different industries will move at different speeds, but the speeds are very fast collapsing because of the technology that is already available. And I would want to repeat, what has happened is that AI technology has developed, is a very powerful technology, but the implementation is because of our existing systems. We are time-phased on implementation.
All right. So in your estimation, which industries are at the highest risk of having their jobs or employees affected sooner, let's say by 2030? And which ones do you think will take longer, probably beyond 2030?
Not sooner, right now. Customer service, call agents, data entry clerks, bookkeeping.
Those ones by 2030 will have been taken over?
Already, it's already taking over. It's a question of, has the organization moved there or not? They have already been taken over. If you wanted to completely have AI do all the customer service for your company, it will.
It is currently possible to do that?
Very possible.
What about the medical industry? And because the technicality, I know there's been quite some movement in as far as even surgery is concerned, where they're using machines and cameras intrusively. And do you think that that is moving at the same speed as probably the financial sector, banking industry?
They are all moving at different speeds, but it is based on the adoption on a case-by-case basis. Or what I do see in the next 3 years, there is going to be a convergency where AI is de facto the tool to use. And here it's about organizations. Remember, as an organization, there are very hard decisions any top management has to make. Changing from what you used to do to adopt complete AI. There are so many give-ins, give-out that you have to look at. So that is the process. The technology is there. In the medical world, the technology is there, as you have asked. They can actually, when you talk about surgery, AI-guided surgery has got better precision than human. And it's actually happening right now. The question is, are all healthcare facilities and organizations moving to that direction? So the technology to wipe AI or most jobs to a certain extent is there. There is a caution on the implementation, and that is the social, economic factors that every organization has to put in before they move in.
And how much of that is are you witnessing now, that the financial or the resource intensity that is required for even people to adopt and move from their traditional ways of working and adopt technology and AI going forward, is it that intensive? Do we expect it to get cheaper or more affordable in the coming years?
I would want to understand what cheaper or affordable.
Because right now, adoption of new technology, the initial phase for any industry or any career would be probably a bit expensive, resource intensive, probably getting those machines and stuff. But is it going to be cheaper or affordable as we go along? That the initial cost, while an industry that adopts at the initial stage and goes through the testing phase, that it would cost them more than once everything has been established and new companies come in and are just buying into something that's already working?
Oh, yes. When you are piloting or testing the new technologies, there would be no more organizational changes and challenges. Mm-hmm. But once it starts working, there's a lot of saving. AI is going to make things, quite a number of things cheaper. Mm-hmm. What we are witnessing is organizations saving a lot of money by using AI. Mm-hmm. And I would probably give an example that I do know. Mm-hmm. IBM, one of the big technology companies that has adopted AI, was able to save 3 to 4 billion within 2 years.
While still maintaining the same size of workforce?
Maintaining the same size of workforce, but repurposed to many other different roles, mm-hmm. because most of the work, like a lot of HR work, a lot of customer service work, was so many other works within the company was outsourced to AI. Mm-hmm. So before they went out to sell AI to other companies, they tested with what they call client zero, mm-hmm. who are themselves. So that is happening a lot. So companies are saving a lot by adopting AI. The biggest question is, when you adopt AI, you have to lay off people. It will give a lot of organizational change, and those things are not easy, mm-hmm. in an organization, because what makes a company are the people.
You say it's still human intensive, that people will still need, once you repurpose your career, you will still need human intervention beyond 2030. But when it comes to developing these AI tools, I would think it still requires a lot of human knowledge to develop the tools. Is that one way of avoiding losing your job, being part of the development of the AI tools?
Yes, is repurposing. Let's say you are an accountant. Mm-hmm. You focus on how you can enhance AI in accountancy. Mm-hmm. Developing those tools, make them usable. That is one way.
But then your work is done after that.
No, it will not be done. It might require lesser people, but you require to keep advancing it. So there is a lot of work. Today, we have an estimate of around 300,000 technical people in AI. Mm-hmm. And by 2030, we need between 4 to 5 million. So there are jobs there. Uh-huh. Now, it's a question of repurposing what we do today, refocusing on areas that AI is taking away and areas that you can reskill and move into. So it is that reorganization that is where bitterness is, because humanity doesn't like change.
Yeah, definitely humanity doesn't like change. And that's a question we've been trying to ask today. Will we lose our jobs by 2030? As a final word, as we conclude this interview, give an assurance. What you've just said right now, that currently there are only about 300,000 AI technicians or people working on the technical part of AI. Within a few years, we'll need 10 times that number. What do you mean? That all of us have to shift into AI?
Yes. It means, just like it happened during the industrial revolutions, mm-hmm. we have to focus our retraining and reskilling to AI. Mm-hmm. Now, AI is the new lingua, is the new literacy. You are not educated if you don't know AI today now. If we start from that basis, just the way for you to get any good job, you had to learn some basic language, mathematics. AI is the base level literacy. When you start from there, from every profession, because AI will be involved, there will be an activity that you can participate and do within AI.
All right.
So the biggest challenge we have is to reskill and understand where the future is. So it is not a question of jobs completely being replaced, it's being repurposed.
Okay. And the word is repurposed. Because what we are asking today is, will AI take your jobs before 2030? That has been a panic. But according to Philip Mulala Mukiti, who's a CEO and solutions architect at i3 Technologies, he says, no, jobs will still be there. The panic might still exist. But the issue is, will your job, or can you repurpose your job using AI, artificial intelligence? That's a big discussion this morning. Asante sana, Bwana Mulala Mukiti, Philip, for your very well-considered opinions on this matter. And this is a conversation that will definitely continue even beyond this week, right here on TV47 Breakfast. Well, thanks to all people who have taken part in this conversation starting at 6 a.m. up until now. Remember that all these conversations continue online, on X, TV47 Digital, on Facebook, TV47 Kenya, same as Instagram, and on YouTube where we're streaming live. Remember to use the hashtag TV47 Breakfast, hashtag Story Yetu. On behalf of the entire team here, including my colleague Ann Odida, good morning, see you tomorrow.